So you said you made 60, 70K in your business before, right? What are you making now on Twitter with one post?
For like one post, you know, I've gone up to like, it can be 35,000 per post. And that's for if it's a news post. So if you want me to promote a product, I can make a video and say I stand behind it. And that might be cheaper than making it news because, well, Dom Lucre just saying that he like your product, that don't necessarily make it news. But if I say breaking news, this product is going viral because this and that, and mainstream media, them are quoting it and other creators are quoting it, that's where the pricing get higher.
Now, you hit 1 million followers pretty quickly, if not the top news reporter on X itself. Yeah. How does someone go to that level or even start getting followers on X? So today we're going to cover Twitter, which is X now, right? And it's funny because I'm not a fan of X. I know you're definitely big on X. I'm learning as I go. I'm used to Instagram, but I know X is powerful because you make a lot of money on X, a lot of followers as well. So let's start from the very beginning, though. Where did you get started, childhood growing up, and who you are as a person?
Well, I genuinely started with, doing like political content. But before that, I was focusing on my credit repair business. And I was just doing that instead of doing a 9-to-5, mainly through the most part of my life. I started that up in 2018, and I ran that business all the way till 2023, I would say, because I stopped that when I went viral. I went viral in 2023. I got a phone call from Senator Warnock at the time in Georgia, and Herschel Walker was running against him in a Senate campaign. And I was a Nashville resident, and they were asking me to vote in the Georgia election.
And then you went viral, and you got a phone call. What happened with the phone call?
They were asking me to vote in an election. It was illegal for me to vote in a Georgia election living in Tennessee, and they asked me to mail in the vote, so I recorded it, and I had a debate with the woman that was trying to get me to vote Democrat, and the debate went pretty viral. It got me about 347,000 views on X, which really isn't that much, man. When you consider how most people viral moment, 10 million, 15 million views.
Yeah.
So it's funny, I didn't have much, but I just needed a little bit to make a lot. So that 300,000 views, I catapulted from that. I gained like 30,000 followers.
But what was the tweet exactly?
I just received a phone call from Senator Warnock, and they asked me to vote in an election for Georgia election, although I live in Tennessee. I did a few things though to kind of help it out a lot. I got the phone call 2 weeks before I actually posted it, and I saved it because I knew they were going into a runoff election. I waited until that weekend, and since I was just a regular person, I followed all the people that was a part of Herschel Walker's campaign and Senator Warnock's campaign, and I followed Fox News and all the other news medias. And Twitter had like a limit for how many people I could follow, like 25 or 40 at a time. So throughout those first 2 weeks, I was just following as many people I could on their campaign. That way, when I posted, it increased the odds of them seeing it.
Okay, so let's start from the very beginning as well, back to when you went viral. What was the next step you did to progress to where you are now?
It's really with having a title, because when you go viral, the world is looking for an identification. They want to know what type of creator you are, what you are, and what they're going to be getting for the next couple of years, because it's like a TV show. I looked at myself like a show. I stopped looking at myself like a person, the brand. If I was to watch a new show, that first season, that first episode, first 3 episodes, it might be good, but it has to have a direction. And I was like, I just don't want to be a Trump supporter, because I wouldn't even wear like Trump merch, because I didn't want to get put into just that niche.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll do journalism. I was doing blogs on my credit repair business. I was dropping like 4 or 5 blogs a day, and a lot of them got on the first place of Google for many financial questions, like how much is an oil change, how much is what credit score is a high credit score, and things like that. And I was doing like 500 to 850 word blogs like 4 times a day.
Damn.
So I gained like journalists.
That's a lot.
Yeah. I gained a lot of skills from being a journalist there, and I just applied that to X because I knew everything about SEO.
So would you say your prior experience would that help you on X for sure?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. So
someone watching that's not in that field or doesn't have that experience, how should they start? Obviously, having an idea of where you want to go. You said you want to be your own TV show. Past just a personal blog. Where should they start then, you think?
The first thing they should start is, find out what content they really enjoy. And I know it sounds so cliche, but I genuinely enjoy politics. I've done hip hop. I've done all these other things, but I've always had a love for politics and culture, and just, overall discussion about where humanity is going as a whole.
So you're saying find what you're passionate about and post that pretty much.
Find what you're passionate about is the first thing. And once you find that passion, because it's going to be what you know most about, and it'll be the most entertaining when you present it to the people. The second most important thing is to start speaking on whoever hot in that niche. Start referencing it, talking about it, or even if they're doing something you disagree with, then publicly disagree with it. Just make sure you don't blackball yourself, but get yourself into the discussion, because people are already looking for that type of content. Just show them that you have something different to offer. Instead of just trying to get people to come to you, go to where the people are going, and always comment on what's going on. So Myron is a great example. Myron came on Twitter a year or two ago and started dominating, getting hundreds of thousands of followers because he constantly kept commenting on whatever was publicly being talked about, whether it be from streaming or from politics. And after a while, you start talking about what's going on, and if it's a unique take, people will start adding you into the discussion. Now Myron's on stage speaking with me at political events, and that,
let's go.
I would say a lot of that attributes to Twitter replies.
Yeah.
So you can build and the great thing with Twitter, it's a great way to break into new niches, because when you're making content, like if you're doing Fresh and Fit, you can only do so much with video content, but you have time on Twitter, you can break into new niches, following specific people, like I said, commenting on those specific people in that niche, and Twitter will start to add you in the algorithm. You just have to force yourself into the algo.
So when you say respond, do you mean like retweet or repost?
Well,
what
comment.
do you mean?
Only really commenting. You don't really want to retweet. I don't recommend, and it's crazy because this would be defeating for me, but I don't recommend people to retweet or quote tweet if they're trying to be a creator.
Really?
Because your Twitter profile is like your resume.
Yo, I didn't know that, bro. What?
Yeah, I don't have no retweets.
What?
Every retweet costs for me, because every retweet, it kills down your algo some. So it's like a resume. If you're a regular Joe
Come
Schmo,
today. No more retweets, nigga. It's over with. Stupid.
it hurts the algo completely. So
Okay.
if you brand new and you know nothing about you, and they go to your Twitter profile, and the first thing that they see is 8-9 different creators, they're frantically searching for your content. They might scroll off and might not even follow, because they're like, well, I see what all these other people have to offer, but they're looking for you. But if they go on your Twitter profile and they just see nothing but your content, they're more likely to give you that follow, because it's concise and it's understandable and it's you. They know it's your content. They don't got to search for it. But some Twitter profiles have so many retweets, quote tweets, and replies that it's hard to find their main post. So it takes a lot of attention away from what people need to be, what they need people to see.
It's funny. I didn't see it that way. I thought I was like, I'll get some clicks and some views from that person's post as well. So might as well just repost it with my quote. But yeah, that's not
The
effective.
reposting, the sad truth is, it only helps the person that get posted.
Wow.
It does not for those people pages. Like reposting only helps those that get posted.
Really? Well, no, I know that part. Okay. So you said you made 60, 70K for your business before, right? Obviously credit repair.
Yeah.
What are you making now on Twitter with one post? I know what you're making.
Oh,
telling
yeah.
people
So like,
that they know.
for like one post, I've gone up to like, it can be 35,000 per post. And that's for if it's a news post. So there's two different types of postings. You can get Dom Lucre the person, or you could get Dom Lucre the news, because if you want me to promote a product, I can make a video and say I stand behind it, and that might be cheaper than making it news, because, well, Dom Lucre just saying that he like your product, that don't necessarily make it news. It might become news, but if I say breaking news, this product is going viral because this and that, and mainstream media, them are quoting it and other creators are quoting it, that's where the pricing will get high at.
Well, the funny part is, you yourself, I didn't know who you were fully. Obviously, I met you, back in the day, and kind of find out your tweets go everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
Billionaires on your tweets, people in parliament on your tweets, government. So it's a big effect. Now, you told me before as well, that's the price for a tweet for 24 hours.
Yeah.
You tell them what that means?
Yeah, so you can, now as a Twitter creator, you can delete, and I don't want to snitch on him, but there's a dude I know that charged $40,000 for a tweet. He's a top X creator. They just dropped the list for the top like 100 X creators. He's like, I ain't gonna snitch on him, but he's between
he's up there.
He's between number 40 and number 50. And he charged $45,000 for a tweet, and he keeps it there only for 24 hours and delete it. And that's it, just 24 hours. Now, people that go with me, I keep it up permanently, because I feel like if you're deleting tweets, it makes it look like you're getting paid for it, and it just looks disingenuous, like you don't believe in the product itself. Like as if I delete the tweets, I would be worried that it make it look like I don't believe in the product, or what if I push it. Yeah.
So you're telling me I could work my way up on Twitter, which is X, build up a platform, and sell ad tweets for 30 to 40, 50K.
You can, but what makes it a little bit specific is because mine is like news. So when you look at wires, Daily Wire, Business Wire, News Wire, they're charging companies hundreds of thousands of dollars just to get posted on small articles on their websites, because it's news.
So just out to your point, on my main Instagram page, which was really big, I would charge for story posts 1 to 5K.
Yeah.
Now, 24 hours for just one post. But reach was a lot, because obviously, we're popping, things are going off, and 30, 40K for a tweet is insane though, bro.
See, like, and that's what I said. So if I was charging as me as the creator, that would be around my pricing. Like if someone asks for me to do something and be like, hey, I think this is real cool, or hey, you should support this guy, check him out, or whatever. That's just me as a person giving my own personal opinion, so it's significantly cheaper. But if I'm posting that and it's going to be in front of governments, presidents, etc., and I say that's news, they're going to take it as it being news. Mainstream media will pick it up. Yahoo News be the first one. They're going to pick it up, and other people going to pick it up and get New York Times.
I remember you reposted when that fight broke out on the 305 podcast. Subs went up, followers went up. That was fucking amazing. So let me just get this straight. Who's paying for these ads? Is it companies? Is it like government funding people? Companies.
Mainly companies, yeah. Some people do get paid from government. But
low key, huh?
Yeah, I've heard some, like Harry Sisson, Democrat. He made over $1 million, like 1.3 million they reported from working with Democrats during the election.
That's a lot.
So they made him a millionaire. So you can make a lot of money just from Twitter. As long as, from what I know specifically, if you're in a news section, people that aren't doing news, they're not going to make that much because they could be a creator with hundreds of thousands of millions of followers, and you could genuinely say something that gets a lot of traction, but is the world going to move off of it? Right. So examples like that Mother Effing Not Real girl. She was viral for 2 weeks until I added a video from TikTok of an individual claiming that there's a man sitting behind her that had like reptile eyes and was a shapeshifter, which made her freak out. I was the original person that posted that, and it made the entire thing massive. Everyone started posting memes of a dude, a green reptile in a green hoodie, and that originated from me. Like that story became so big. Or even like Dank Demos, the 500-pound rapper from Lyft. I made her famous. Single-handedly, I made her famous. And I do this time and time again. It's in my press kit. I've done it like 16 times. I made people famous. It has a lot of power in that Twitter. And all I asked initially was, does anyone know who this rapper is? It was her sitting on top of a truck, and she had a dog in her hand, and she was making the truck lean while she was rapping because she was so big. She got so much traffic from that. She started taking her rap career seriously and then sued Lyft. The rest was history.
Did she win that lawsuit with Lyft?
So they didn't announce if she won or lost, but I kind of feel like
she got something
out of it. Probably. From how they make it seem. She got something, which is crazy.
She's a pretty big girl. She's pretty big. Okay. So just so I can come back here, let's say I'm new to this, right? I want to make money on Twitter. I've seen where X is popping off. It's the news. It's the biggest news outlet for people nowadays. Where do I start? And you mentioned news is where people should go through. You want to use that route to make money. News, right? Because I know Academics does like his posts as well for, rock culture. That was happening in the industry. He gets paid a bag. Yeah. A real bag. So news is definitely where it's at.
Even like, it doesn't even matter if you want to enter your content and being a chef. It doesn't matter if it's OF. It doesn't matter how you enter. You need to understand that Twitter is a news app first, social media second. That's why Elon Musk will always brag about the leaderboards on the App Store of Twitter being #1 news app. You'll never hear him talk about Twitter stats and the social media numbers. No. Because it's not something he's trying to aim for. He just wants Twitter to be the #1 source for news in the world. So if you're constantly in the mindset that I'm on a news app, try to make something that's news or add unique commentary on the news. So here's a great example. My recent post, it's we're doing hot. It's going to be 1 million views, definitely. It's 2 hours ago. It's at 230K views, one of the hottest ones of the day. And I automatically would know why, because it's a breaking news post. People like those anyway, but it's the wording. So it's about Lana Rhodes. She's a former adult star.
Let's put on the screen, guys. His last post with Lana Rhodes, the ex-porn star, is crying about her videos online.
Yeah, she wants to be stupid. So there's plenty of ways that you could present this to the people that will cause it to flop. So I did the edit. It's a few things I did. So yeah, we put it on screen to make sure that it will go viral.
All right, here we go.
All right. So the first part of this, of course, so like me doing this for 2 years, I know the first thing that men are going to see when they look at this photo. So some people aren't going to read the text first. They're going to look at the photo. So you need something striking. Normally I want something red or yellow because those are the first colors that you see. Yeah. But if you're scrolling on social media, if you're scrolling on social media, you're automatically, whether you male or female, going to go to the left and see what is that on your timeline. Then you go to the right and you see it's just such a different context. It make you want to read up top. Now, when you go to the wording to find it, anyone searching for the word adult site, anyone searching for broke down in tears, or any of that, it can come up through Twitter search. So you have to be very, very intentional with what you word. Every single word can be searched. So when you search on Twitter, if you typed in pleading with every adult site, this post will come up. That's all you have to do is type in that last few words, and this will come up. So every word on your post is searchable. So if it's the NFL or something like that, if you guys notice when I talk about celebrities, it be niggas that everyone know. I'll be like, which I never revealed this, like I might be like Hollywood actor George Clooney. Yeah. Nigga, everyone knows George Clooney. But how many people are searching the word Hollywood and actor? Those are extra views. Those are extra people that you're going to reach. It's only so many people searching George Clooney, but there's a lot more people searching the word Hollywood and the word actor. So you want to have those keywords in there and make sure that it can coincide with the post to help boost it up. But understanding keywords, understanding the human mind of what people are going to click on, what they're interested in, it's really, as you go, you get to learn your audience and you can predict what everyone's going to say. I could guarantee what my audience is going to say per post.
Why'd you make the post like glitch like that?
Because Twitter does better when you have a video. So I converted the post. I first added it to a collage.
Yo, by the way, man, that'd be tips for Dom for that, bro. That was some sauce. See, niggas don't understand, right? This is some value. Money,
Yeah, for sure.
You just, because like, okay, look, in school, you don't learn none of this shit, bro.
Nah.
And as someone that learned Instagram myself, it takes time to go through mistakes, trial and error, fail hard.
Yeah.
That really you just told me, bro, I had no idea. Videos actually.
Videos.
Wow.
Because they wanted, Elon did that himself. He kind of deboosted how photos are because he wants videos to constantly pop up on your timeline. That way it can subconsciously tell you that I should be posting video content.
You know what I thought about from your actual explanation just now? Imagine, right, it was a world event and nobody really saw what happened because they're obviously in a different country. But the video shows up on X. Yep. Everyone's going to see it. So now it's not it's more global now because I could post on Twitter, go viral, and everyone's going to see it. So that's really good.
X is super powerful. There are countries that get sanctioned and wars and stuff that get started just from X and tweets. You got every terrorist organization that still is on X, and they allow them to. Like it's a completely different world, man. I've done stuff that has reached parliament level. I'm one of the main reasons, like with Haiti, and then even with Australia. So the Australian Parliament, X had to send 3 executives to the Australian Parliament because Australia was demanding for me to get banned.
So let's say, right, you said to post at, is it 8 a.m. Pacific, 8 a.m. EST?
It's just best to be posting before 8 because for some reason, like I said, the algo is deciding who's posted before like 8. But
is it 8 our time or Pacific time or
8 our time? So
Eastern.
Like 8 Eastern. Yeah, definitely I would say by 8 Eastern because definitely by 8 Eastern or 7 Eastern because back in Nashville I was doing 8.
Okay.
So that was like 7 Eastern.
Also, let's talk about getting your actual tweet looked at. Because you can scroll on Twitter, X up and down all day, but what makes you stop on a post?
There was something I did unique, which, people ain't going to be able to imitate it with all my tweets because I added it to where I added emojis to the front of my tweet. I added a fire sign. And the
alarm.
An alert.
Yeah.
And that was pretty innovational because when I first came to Twitter, everyone would just put the word breaking in all capital letters. But I've innovated. I created breaking, happening now, just in, and developing. The only ones I still use now really is breaking, happening now occasionally, and developing. But a lot of this stuff originated for me. Like, I know for a fact I single-handedly changed the way news is presented in this world because I've added music, custom music. I added edits. Like, people would just get a news story and present it as that. I would find the original source. I would add the music. I would add the clips and the context to it, and I would make it something that the mainstream media might have. When I first came to Twitter, people was just posting clips from CNN and Fox News. Yeah. I'm like, that's lazy. That's not real journalism. You need to add new content, a new angle. Bro, it doesn't matter if something, let's say like Sydney Sweeney, a great example. She went NASCAR yesterday, went viral everywhere.
With Sophia, the WNBA player.
But there was this one clip, if you notice that, just kept popping up on X, kept popping up. It was the same clip over and over, and her meeting a NASCAR driver. I spent 2 hours to find a different angle.
2 hours?
Yeah, 2 hours. And what I was doing, I was searching Sydney Sweeney, searching the people that was in NASCAR, people that might have posted it on their phones. Because I know when I post that new angle, it's going to automatically make someone stop because they're so used to the other one they've seen 2 hours before.
Oh, you're right.
So that new angle, that's why I say my content on my page will be unique to some standard because I'm trying to find the new angles. Very rarely I'll post what everyone else is posting. But if you want to really go on Twitter and make your shit go hot, find something you ain't seeing. Find the new angles, find a different post, or add new context.
That was genius. Remember when Erica Kirk hugged JD Vance? It's a different angle that I didn't see. And I was like, scrolling. I was like, what the fuck? This is the same picture? But it was just a different angle. I was like, stopped, read the post,
it's a whole new
up
post.
And down. I'm like, wow. So just changing the angle of picture could change people's stopping and scrolling. Okay, so we mentioned when to post.
Yeah.
How to post now. So let's say I got it unpacked. I got to find my niche. Now, how does someone find their niche, you think? Just a passion or, for example, what they're into?
Mainly passion. At first, my niche would have been like hip hop or something. And then I still honed into that with politics. I make a lot, I'm still to this day, out of any of the people in conservative media, I make the best posts about culture and hip hop and things like that. That's why I've had artists reach out to me to help with promotion of their songs or tracks or any type of narrative they need because it has to be something that you love. I love hip hop. I know a lot about it. I love fashion. I know a lot about it. So I have a lot to add on it. But it has to be something you're passionate about and not something you're just trying to get paid for. Because if you're entertaining, people are going to pay you to entertain. So just find something that you like, be super entertaining about it, and make sure you stay on the pulse of what people are talking about and insert yourself in the conversation.
Now, you hit 1 million followers pretty quickly, I would say. And I think you're one of the top, if not the top news reporter on X itself. How does someone go to that level or even start getting followers on X? Is it tweets, retweets, quote tweets? What is
getting the cosigns from people, but you got to be entertaining. making cosigns. I did a lot of beefs with people, and reinvent myself was the main thing. I did so many things to reinvent myself. I first started off with that initial video. Then I was doing these things called threads, where I was going through like 40, 50 tweets, all connected to each other, to expose history, like expose how Republicans were never racist, or expose how slavery was started through Democrats, or expose how KKK was started through the Democrats. And I would do things like proof that slavery was started by racist white Republicans. People would click the tweet, and right under the tweet is the exact opposite, just proving how Democrats started slavery. And that was one of the things that gave me like 200, 300,000 extra followers, because people loved the threads. But the moment I dropped the thread and it didn't get 1 million views in 24 hours, that was my last thread. I don't stay on stuff. I was like, oh, it's time to do something else. Now you've been selected to be exposed. That's something people loved. I would sit, when I was so hungry, man, I would just sit and think like, how can I entertain these niggas again?
Yeah.
But it just did so much of my inner mental health, because it wasn't about me. It was about making people laugh. My whole life revolved around, how can I one up myself? How can I be more entertaining? And you should have to be genuinely hungry, but you have to be willing to reinvent yourself, because people get bored very fast. Twitter isn't like YouTube, where you can do the same thing for 10 years and people are going to stay around.
How would you choose who to select to expose?
Oh,
back in the day.
It would have to be some information. I would look up multiple celebrities, look up information on them. And if it was something that I know was valuable, no one else ain't know, I would say they're going to be selected to be exposed. So I would never, ever say you've been selected to be exposed without already having the information ready. Anything after that is just promotion to get people hyped for the expose. I would say like Oprah Winfrey, you've been selected to be exposed. And I was exposing about how Oprah Winfrey schools in Africa was a complete fraud, and how most of the children was human trafficked there. But I broke that completely down. But 2 days leading up to the Oprah expose, I was posting memes about Oprah. I was telling people it's coming out. I was doing so many, like some of my promo was getting millions of views, because people were so excited to hear Oprah Winfrey finally get exposed.
Yeah.
So I just knew, as a regular person, people hearing these big names, larger than life, getting exposed, it's something they never seen before, something they were begging for.
Would you say that you're very good at psychology?
Oh yeah,
Hell yeah, he
definitely.
is.
Because I can hear you talking. It's
This
like,
nigga genius.
okay, he studied people, how they interact with certain things,
He
how
a
to interact with
genius.
things.
Manipulator. I'm a manipulator, but
For sure.
I'm not in a bad way. But I do know how people think. I could post right now and I could tell you what everyone's gonna say down to every post damn near. I could see what
You know what's funny?
everyone's gonna say.
So I found your Twitter, and this is the first creator I've seen people only post positive things about you. Like, you know when someone makes a post right there, oh, this person that, this person this and that. They're like, thank you for the news, Dom. This is great information. Wow, I didn't know this. It's all positive.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how's this even possible? Because I think it's too good to be true.
I never came into the game about me. I have always told my followers, every time that I reached 100,000, I said, we did it. We did it. We did it. I always talk presidential, because it's power in making people, well, not making people feel, but actually adding people a part of the mission, because it's not just about you succeeding. They know if you win, they won too. So anything I went through, it's like they're trying to get us. They're trying to get us. They're attacking us. We're going farther. We can do this. We're going to break through.
Yeah.
Okay, the follower count is stuck at 300,000. We're going to break it. Then you got people quote tweeting it. Let's get through this. We almost there. You're building a cult audience by doing that. Speaking we's, never me's, never I's. I don't speak in I's ever on Twitter. It's always we. We did it. Us. They're hearing us. It's always a us versus them. Because if people feel like you're one of them, they'll do whatever they can to see their fellow brother make it to the top.
Yep.
And since it was never about me, they don't view ego. They don't view it as self-worthy or self-praise. They have no problem with promoting me or supporting me.
Yeah.
Because they hate egotistical people. I noticed that brands without faces that are like companies, they have a lot easier time of growing than personal people, because people hate self. I learned that people subconsciously, they hate self because it's someone else that ain't related to them. It's someone else that they ain't benefiting from that has something they can't achieve. Now a brand feels untouchable, so no one don't feel any type of way. But if you have an individual that isn't reminding you that they even exist, but they reminding you that you exist, that they're doing it for you, that you are part of that mission, they see you and they see a mirror of themselves. So they're going to support it to the end, because they're like, well, I genuinely like this guy. They won't even tell you why, but they like themselves. So you just got to play on people's selfishness. You got to play on the selfishness of fans. No one's a bigger fan of anyone more than themselves. So you got to include them in your content.
That was powerful. Yo, chat, that was like really good, by the way. Watch that 10 times, because that was a really good class there on how to post and engage with your audience. That's really good.
This is so much game.
Now, this is some fire game, but yo, not the market for a Dom, man. Coming to you with all the gems, man. So look, I want to focus now on analytics. Yeah. Right. So we covered when to post, how to do the emojis if you want to, or the break-in just in. But let's cover now. We cover getting followers as well. But let's say analytics. How do I get past? Because obviously there's a breaking point. Like at the very beginning, you're getting no views. Yeah. Let's say I'm starting from scratch. How do I get past that? Like I guess no views to like 10K views, 50K views.
Reply. very good stuff. Like I said, it could be whatever's negative. I could speak for politics, and people could take that and find motivation to create their own thing. But you'll find who's most hated. So Barack Obama. Niggas hate Barack Obama in my party. So anytime Barack Obama posts, be one of the first people, and turn on post notifications for these people. Find your ops, create a list of your ops, turn on post notifications for them. Become the biggest fans. Every time they make a post or reply, comment on it, because you're going to have a group of people that don't like them with you. That right there is going to get you in front of the people. The main thing is getting eyes on you, and they're going to be like, I love this dude replies. Just start to be known for something.
But question, what if I don't want to be a hater? Like, for example, I'm just putting devil's advocate here, right? What if I'm a person that's like very chill? You know, I don't want to like be seen as like a hater, this creator.
I know someone that did it that got to 1.1 million without no negativity, but you got to overly glaze. There's no way around it.
You gotta suck that D.
Like, you gotta glaze.
Oh hell no,
like,
bro.
I know this person right now that made it to 1.1 on Twitter by always being in my comments. Everyone comments, DMing them all the time. Oh, I love your stuff. Oh, you killed it. Love the show. Love this and that. And they were overly glazing every single person. They were always in all of the people that they wanted to be around, always supporting them. Said it was the best stuff they seen. Said it was great work. And their fans ended up elevating to them. They were pulling my fans and everyone else's fans because the people that loved me started to love them because they say they love me. But you got to overly glaze. If you're not going to do it through negativity, you have to go 2 times harder in positivity and just support the hell out of people. You have to compliment people nonstop, say it's amazing, and add some context. If they're saying something, say some shit that's funny. If it's a serious post, make it funny.
So there's no in between. You either got to glaze a nigga, pause, or hate a nigga.
Yeah. Yeah, because because the only way that you're going to grow without being seen is you got to enter someone else's matrix. It's not just going to come to you, so you got to enter someone's matrix.
So you know it's funny when you said that with podcasting too as well. There's like an energy transfer, right, between two creators. And whenever you bring someone into your space, your matrix, basically, you're audience sharing. And let's say, for example, we disagree, right? There was a debate with Coach Greg Adams and Andrew Wilson, right, just now. Coach's fans doesn't care what he said. He won that debate. Andrew's fan, same way. Those fans believe Andrew won the debate, hands down. But in the middle, there's people that say, you know what? Damn, I learned from each party. This is good. I'm going to join their side now. So it's like a swap of both parties coming together. However, if I hate on the person, like from the jump, and I just pure hate, if the fans are rocking with that person, they come into my side like that. Or a few might, but not like a lot. But when it's a conversation between two creators that's fruitful and value added, people come over and skip. I'll just say this. That right there, what you said earlier, was key because that's good. I didn't know that.
Another good example, there's this new creator I see on Instagram. You know of the rapper Dex. You heard of Dex.
He's been on for a while now.
Yeah, he has. He's been doing this since
DX, right?
DAX. There's this one YouTuber, bro.
We did one time, I think, back in the day.
It's one YouTuber that is literally gaining fame for just hating on Dex videos.
Dex is so clean.
But he be cooking that. He's getting famous.
Dex is so cool.
And people that seen it probably not seen it.
Is he a Christian rapper? Is he?
Well, he's a little bit of everything. He's like a positive rapper though. He's
positive, right?
Yeah,
positive. You know, uplifting.
Yeah, and he's gotten his entire career from it. And the thing is, this is how you know it. If you search Dex on Instagram in the GIFs, this nigga shit come up. So now he's tied to Dex. But you know, there's something that he's doing. Although he's known as being a Dex hater, I'm seeing he's now reviewing songs, reviewing different content, roasting other people. And I can tell that he's also getting paid because this dude is smart enough to know he had a niche from hate. Niggas love seeing him laugh at Dex shit because they love to laugh. He could pay attention to what the people like and he keep giving it to them in different ways.
You know what's crazy? I had a hater make videos about me. He would respond to my videos and just say, "Oh, this guy sucks," whatever. And he got a little bit of following from it, but then I stopped doing vlogs. When I stopped, he stopped. No more content. He went away. So in order for that to work, the person has to keep posting constantly for them to like hate on you. So to that point, if you stop posting, they're screwed. Because it's all hate from that one person.
Yeah, your haters, they need their energy. They're getting energy from you. They actually are getting energy from you in some type of way, whether it be followers, some self-esteem, especially when you're the big star. And it's fucked up in the mind of hater because they're seeing this big star getting comments on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, real life, and they're like, this nigga made time for me. Like in their mind, it's like, dude, he made time for me.
But he's
this
getting
big
paid
star.
though. So, see, because I realize there's a correlation between hate, but sometimes, and then getting paid. Because imagine this: if I hate on you, get 10K a month. I'm hit harder.
Yeah, they're gonna
20,
hate
30K a month. And not to say he's a hater, but you know Johnny Bravo, right?
Yeah.
He's making videos about Wes Watson all the time. And listen, bro, one or two, okay, get it. But nigga, 5, 10 videos, that's some real hate, right? I'm like, goddamn, nigga. So I understand what it is because obviously there's the people that hate Wes Watson.
Yeah.
So he took that core audience and made it his. I'm like, God, he's getting paid though.
We've seen the same thing with Tate too. Same thing with Tate. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a actual benefit to hate nowadays where you can get paid heavily. However, it has to be the right person.
Yeah, it has to.
If you hit on the wrong person, they'll come back and bite you in the ass.
Yeah, you got to know how to fight your battles. Like, even when I was starting at 100K, I didn't say, Oprah, you're going to be selected to be exposed. I waited and waited and waited. Like, life is a video game, man, especially being a creator. I understood that there's levels to what you can and can't do. If you're not even referenceable, no one's going to care if you expose them. So I put the work in until people start referencing me. It wasn't until I started doing interviews that people start saying, Dom Lucre says. That's when I said, okay, I reached a new level. Boom. Yeah. It's no longer this black influencer say, or this dude says,
your
or it just posts. Yeah, and I saw the name. I said, okay, it's getting there. But the larger it got, the more I got confirmations, the more celebrities start reaching out. I noticed that I could start entering the celebrity world and start shaking it up. But you got to get those confirmations because you might waste some of your best content at the wrong times when you're not there yet. You see it sometimes in artists. Some of their best music is when they don't really have the fan base because they waited at the wrong time. They should have done more marketing, should have got more people ready. But I changed who I was. Like, even in the beginning, I knew these algos were strict. Although X said freedom of speech, I used no profanity. I never said the N-word or any of that until I got close to 1 million.
Can we talk about freedom of speech, by the way?
Yeah, you. The thing is, I understood that social media, the only reason why they don't ban certain people is because they're profitable. When I found out that every time someone made a Twitter account, they would show Dom Lucre, Barack Obama, Donald Trump. Those were the first 3 profiles in 2023. If you made a Twitter, my profile, either Dom Lucre, Donald Trump,
to follow,
Barack Obama, or Elon Musk.
Like people to follow.
It does not matter how many accounts you made. I had that all 23, which was, I attribute the main reason why I got to 1 million. But the app was pushing me super heavily because I was bringing people back to X. You got to remember, Elon bought X in a time when Twitter was dying.
Yeah.
It needed people to hype it up. And I was one of the people that was generating that hype. So they wanted to put me everywhere. And I did a lot to be seen. Like, my profile picture isn't yellow because I like yellow. I actually don't even like the color yellow.
Bro!
No, I don't.
Nah, this is the funniest shit you
But yellow is the second.
Nigga, that's the funniest shit.
Yellow is the second color that your eyes recognize, and red being the first.
Red first.
That's why you see breaking news is yellow than red.
So on my Instagram, right, I have a picture for the profile, and I have a red car in there. Yeah. For that reason.
It works.
I'm
Give them some last words of wisdom to the audience because they were awesome today.
All right,
guys,
yeah,
thanks for watching. And this one, by the way, Money Money is my favorite show because you can learn from this show, you can laugh as well, and of course, it's gonna be good times because we're good people. So thank you for watching. And Dom,
I guess last words of wisdom would be, to not just, of course, staying true to yourself, but you got to understand that your content, regardless of how many creators are out here, there's no one that's out there that's like you, and you have to hone in on that. So whatever makes you unique, something that your family members might have said that they like that you do, it might be some way that you tell a joke or a way that you walk, etc. That's the star that the rest of the world is waiting for, because if it can impress those few people, there's a good chance it can impress millions. But a lot of people don't have those confirmations to know what people constantly give them confirmations on is what's going to make them make it in the end. My family used to always say they love the way that I present words. I talk in poetry, I talk in metaphors, etc. I just thought that's how I talk. It is until you get millions of followers that people think it's fascinating. So you have to hone in on the compliments that you're getting before you make it, and know that that's possibly what's going to help you get to the next level. And when you do start to make it, understand loyalty is going to outlast your fame. So make sure you remain loyal, because no one's here forever. 50 years from now, niggas gonna be retired.
Yeah.
There's a good chance 50, 60 years from now, there's going to be someone else hosting the show. The show can keep going without anyone else here. Yeah. And it's like, but that loyalty is more important than anything. That loyalty, there's going to be the day you're not a creator no more. Yeah. But if you can take those people home with you, that's more important than anything. I mean,
just after your point, Dom, we were at an event this weekend. It was Caught Up Black, Jimmy Fox, somebody else, and they came up to us more than them. The girl was like, wow, you're really famous. I'm like, I don't think so, but like, this is crazy.
This nigga always so humble, man.
And it's funny because like as a streamer, you get more, I guess, clips out there than an actor, because the actor is like one movie and then done. Yeah. That's it. But streamer, they get to know you as a person. They see your attributes, the worst parts about you, the best parts about you, and it's your life. Yeah. Actor, I don't know what they do after the movie's done. A rapper, I don't know what they're doing outside of a music video. I don't know. But streamer, bro, I feel like I know you, bro. Like, we're boys.
Like, you can't look at an actor on TV. It's weird the connection you can have with a streamer. People have been watching y'all content so long that, bro, you could literally come in and your body language might be a certain way, in the chats to be like, Fresh ain't into it today. Fresh sick or Fresh sick. Like, they know. You don't get that with actors. There's no connection like that, bro. It really is a magical and spiritual thing. It's a real connection.
No, you're right.
No one has that.